So I think I decided to sell the Rivian.
What?
Well, I want something with more off-road potential and able to carry more stuff and with more power, with more firepower.
Hey, my friends. No, I'm not selling the Rivian, but in spite of this channel predominantly being EVs and plug-in hybrids of the last several years and stuff, really, at the core, it is my kind of hobbyist driving channel with amazing driving experiences all the way from eons ago. One of the most viewed videos on this channel is actually driving on the Autobahn in our BMW 335D. And boy, did I have another amazing German vehicle driving experience. For my 50th birthday, Monica got me an opportunity to drive a tank at a Tankodrom just outside of Prague in the Czech Republic. Now, initially, the idea was a T-55, but when we got there and they were kind of like, well, you know, it's an old Russian piece of shit, and it's going to take you the whole time just to learn how to drive the damn thing and stuff. You know, we actually have this Leopard One kind of all warmed up and ready to go. Would you like to switch and do that instead? Oh.
I mean, it's like, you know, do you want to drive a vintage Lada or do you want to drive a vintage Audi? You know, I mean, they're both unique experiences. But
You go for Audi.
yeah, I'll go for the Audi, definitely. The beauty of all-wheel drive.
Can you fit that?
Should be able to. It's built for Germans.
So is Leopard German car?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it's American for some reason.
No, I think he was relating it to the Abrams. Just it's a similar generation.
Yeah.
It's like a 70s to 80s kind of modern. It's been replaced by the Leopard 2 now, but these were 60s or 70s.
Turet, to je Turet. Já jdu taky.
There's not really a place to put your feet. Is there?
There is.
Yeah, that little nub on top of the seat. Yeah. There you
Ja. Should be like here.
go. No, do sit it out and go up.
Time for a quick tutorial on how to drive a Leopard One. But before we do that, what is it like to drive a Leopard One? That's the question that I get from friends and family after this experience. What is it like to drive a tank? It's a very unique experience, but I've been really struggling to find the right words. I mean, amazing doesn't really help anybody and also does not fully encapsulate the experience. Let's just start out with the sound. It is loud. It is very loud, but not like in a peak decibel standpoint. It's not piercing in any way. It is more a full spectrum roar and rumble, and you can feel it in your chest. You can feel the vibration in the vehicle. I mean, if driving an EV is fast and nimble and fun in one end of the spectrum, and you've got, I don't know, V8s and American cars and various petrol-heady kind of things, this is at the far end of that spectrum. I don't know. It must be up there with driving monster trucks or dragsters or whatever. I mean, it is an amazing full body experience. The actual act of driving is very simple. It feels very sporty though, as crazy as it sounds. Essentially, it's like one pedal driving. You've got, actually very similar to my Rivian, it's got basically like 800, 900 horsepower when you stomp that go pedal, and it goes pretty good. And then you lift off and it basically slows down and stops, almost stops, all by itself. You don't really need to use the brake pedal unless you're not planning ahead and you screw something up. And it is an automatic transmission. And so really that go pedal, it's like one pedal driving. It's really funny. Now the steering is entirely different. Although again, it's very simple. I would almost call it go-karty, but let's go into the technical details about how these controls work, and that'll make sense to you here. So this is the cockpit of the Leopard One. You're gonna see words in here in both German and Italian, because this tank was in service in the Italian army, even though of course it came from Germany where it was first made. We have basically a control panel on the left-hand side, right? We've got RPM, we've got speed, I think it's the fuel gauge. I'm not sure what this is, maybe coolant temp or something. I'm not really sure what the heck this is, or this gauge as well, and a few buttons and switches and various fun things. I think this is perhaps the intercom up here is my best guess, and the vision blocks, right? As I'm driving it, I believe the seat raises and lowers, and the seat was in the up position, and so my head was out the top. My head was brushing right against the gun mantlet. It was, you know, if I had a helmet on, that would have helped, but it would have been rubbing against the turret all the time, actually. So not the best experience for a 6'2" dude, but what can you do? Over here on the right-hand side, we have the transmission. So it's really simple. We have neutral, we have forward, and we have reverse. Bob's your uncle. In addition to that, up top here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 going on the top, and there's a handle that's right here. Let's go ahead and jump forward slightly. Maybe we can find a better angle. Yeah, here we go. We can see the handle up on top. So 1 is first gear, up to 13 kilometers per hour. 2 is second gear, up to 24 kilometers per hour, so double the ratio, actually, almost, compared to 1. 3 is essentially an automatic mode. You get second and third gear, and your top speed is 37. And then 4, fourth gear, actually is automatic, 2, 3, 4. And that enables you the top speed of 62 kilometers per hour, which is about 40 miles per hour. And we were doing that max speed as we were blazing across some of the pavement stretches in our little loop that we did around the museum. So basically what you do is you shift into drive, the tank starts creeping forward, you press the go pedal to go more, you press the brake pedal to stop, and these kind of tan arms here, these metal arms, these are the parking brake. You pull them back to lock the 2 tracks in place, but those aren't like brake tillers, right, to steer with. No, you just release those, and then this steering wheel is what you actually steer with. And basically, you turn it a little bit, and it drags the tracks very slightly, and especially once you get up to a decent speed, it's very precise and steerable, just like a car or something like that. And then once you get up to about 45 degrees or so, there's like a detent, and then you knock over a little bit more, and that locks the track, basically. And so when you want to do a very tight turn, and you're going slow, you push it all the way to lock the track, and then you can actually gun the gas a little bit if you want to go turning faster. But that's how you do it. You have the gradual control, and then you have that full lock a track mode. And that is it. And you don't turn it more than you don't move your hands at all. Again, it's like a go-kart feeling as you steer around. And again, one pedal driving on the go pedal with lots of power and lots of deceleration. It's a 60-ton tank, and it feels kind of sporty. It's hilarious. And then one other thing I'll say is that the driver is offset on the right-hand side. Let me see if I can find here. The driver is offset right here, right? And so you're off on the right-hand side of the tank, which is kind of opposite from North American driving standards. That being said, I found it really easy, honestly, to get a feel for where the corners of the vehicle were. Maybe that's just me and my brain and how I work with driving vehicles of all sorts and types over the years. But like on the first lap, right, the instructor was kind of helping me kind of figure things out and stuff. But by the second and third laps, I really already had a feel for where my right edge was, where my left edge was, where the back of the vehicle was. It may seem amazing for this gigantic vehicle, but actually, I mean, maybe folks who drive big rigs and stuff are like, yeah, you know, you get used to it pretty quick. I guess the human mind has a real knack for that spatial geometry. But that was actually kind of no problem. Again, after that initial guidance, by my third lap, I was rocking around the ranch. And let's go ahead and get back to that now.